final gauntlet room is filled with my great arch nemesis of popular culture. A bunch of fucking ninjas. Thank God there were no pirates. If that were the case, then I would have to go on a mass murder spree. Now you can get into a rhythm here. I unfortunately don't believe I did manage to do so. If you can kill one of them, or, well, yeah, if you can kill one of them on the far side, on one side of the room, when the other one comes in, you have enough time to do a hand combo, turn around, do a hand combo on the new guy, and so on. The question is going to be whether or not they decide to run away. And jump on the wall. Which, you can actually do that with Ranzu, and I believe Billy, but I've never found any particular use for it. And once you get done with that, switch to Ranzu, and get ready for the final battles. And I say that in all seriousness because it's somewhat like the others. It's not just one final boss. But before that, fucking creepy-ass Yoda bitch turns to ash. Teabag the fuck out of her. And then move on. As if anybody fucking cares about the story. It has even less story than the previous installments. Okay, that's not fair. It has less story than the second one. The first one just had a very direct and beautifully explained story. Okay, so yes, your final bosses are mummies. Yeah. As odd and out of place as that seems for a double dragon, do not underestimate them. These guys carry every STD known to man, which is why they were sealed away for so long. When these guys breathe, they infect half the world with syphilis. Do not fuck with them. Get above them, below them, whichever direction you have more space in, and then do that kicky shit that I'm doing. I don't know what the hell you want to call it. It's like the tornado. It's the same thing as the tornado kick in terms of button combination, but it's a better technique in terms of damage, I believe. I could be mistaken, but it always seemed to be that way, especially since it goes in one direction. The mummies are also surprisingly fast. They can catch you, as Ranzu. Yes, they will chase you down, and they will shove their gangrenous cock in you. And considering they're 3 times the size of a normal person, I want you to just imagine what kind of a cock that is. They have incredible speed and incredible sexual prowess for 3,000-year-old dead guys. And the first thing they will do is try to slap you upside the head. That's just so they can get in close and molest you. But that does enough damage. That does enough damage in and of itself. They can grab you. They will shove their 17-foot tongue down your throat and tickle your scrotum from there. Once you beat them, though, then you get to the real final boss. This is Cleopatra's vengeful spirit. After Mark Antony died, she decided that she hated men, and now she's out to castrate you with fire. She will fuck you. She has an unbelievable amount of attacks, and they all hurt badly. The worst thing is if you get too far away from her, she'll do this fucking force push shit that will throw you across the screen and do this unreasonable amount of damage. Now, she doesn't have anything like the dude in the second who can take half your life in one hit, but she doesn't need it. She moves fast. She's faster than Ranzu. She can teleport. Well, I shouldn't say she's faster than Ranzu, but she can teleport. She is most certainly as fast as him, for the most part. And getting anywhere near her is almost death sentence. She pretty much will hit you. So first, use up Ranzu, as you used on the mummies, and then switch to Billy. Kick her before you swing your cock at her. Because in all likelihood, she'll either teleport or duck. And the extra damage from the kick helps. It's like shitting in a wishing well, but it's something. She just has an unbelievable amount of life. And sometimes she'll just go apeshit with the force push thing and there's nothing you can do about it. But that's very rare. I've only seen it a couple of times. Maybe even just twice. Yeah, there's that force push shit. Now, the way you fight her with Chin is a bit different because Chin is a big, slow motherfucker. Whereas the other two, to avoid the teleporting snake, have to move diagonal. Well, should move diagonally to cover ground. Shin has to move up and down because he cannot move fast enough diagonally to get away. But if you've done enough damage with the first two, it shouldn't be much trouble. In fact, you can beat her with just one character. It's just very, very difficult. And then you finish, and you really don't learn anything. Your buddies go back and do their thing, and you keep teaching martial arts students, which, considering your Billy's power and Jimmy's power, it's amazing to me that they haven't conquered the post-apocalyptic world yet. Because their students should be infinitely superior to anything that Billy's had to put up with. In fact, it almost seems like this is just kind of... I wouldn't even go so far as to say training. It's more of just a mild amusement for Billy to go out and have these people capture his bitch and then have to get her back. Because you know he has an army of students out there. Hell, he himself is enough to match these gangs. Can you imagine what would happen if his students decided to go out like a fucking mafia hit squad and say, you know what, let's go fuck them up? Bad shit would happen. That would be the real apocalypse. But the real cherry on top of this whole cake of Double Dragon 3, the Double Dragon that isn't a Double Dragon, is the fact that there's even less payoff than in the original two. See, in the first one, you know that you were hitting it, you just had the creepy cat. In the second one, you're pretty sure he hit it, but you didn't have the little heart thing to confirm that he was about to stick it. This one, you don't even see Marion.